Hello, the vinyl community and YouTube. I got a request earlier on in the comment section of one of my videos from a Swedish subscriber who I think lives here in Sundsvall, Torbjörn Andersson. Hello there, Torbjörn. Good to hear from you. You wanted me to do a top 10 of worst hit songs. Songs that were hits around the world but that I definitely dislike. And it was a pretty fun challenge. Very interesting one, although it was very tough. But I have put together a small top 10 of songs that I definitely dislike and wants to turn off the radio every time that song comes on, but that everybody else seems to have enjoyed very much when it was big. I had to do a certain thinking because I could have more or less have picked any song from today. But the problem is that I don't listen to all that much music of today, and that means that I have no real check on which song is all so bad that I just want to go crazy when I hear it. So there's only one song that is newer than the OOs here. 80s. I'm not going to say that I like everything from the 80s, of course not, but there are very few songs that are so horrible that makes me go, ooh. So there are a few 80s, but not all that much. 70s are a lot of horrible 70s songs, but many of them are so overplayed by now, so I couldn't care less, I feel. And I have not taken with songs that I can't stand to listen to anymore, of course. That's because they are overplayed. These are songs that I dislike because of how the quality of the song, not necessarily of how much the song has been played in radio. Of course, that would make it bad because the radio has destroyed it, not because I dislike it. So I have I'm not going to have Seasons in the Sun with Terry Jacks that I can't stand to listen to anymore, but that is because I heard it way too much, not because the song itself is a pretty good, well-made song. So, but let's move on here with the top 10 of songs, and don't take this too seriously, you who liked these songs. I know some of these songs may divide some of you viewers in separate camps. Many of you will like these songs that I mentioned, and I respect that. I respect other people's opinions. These are just having fun and trying to do a mission. so just don't take this too seriously. It's just opinions.
Number 10.
Number 10 goes to a group that I've never been able to like, merely because of the singer's voice. It is the trio of Bros, coming to one of few 80 songs here at the top 10. I never liked Bros, with exception from the song Sister that I feel is good, but I have a huge problem with the singer's voice. He's screaming too much at some parts and trying to sound like some kind of a James Brown wannabe, and it fails miserably. And I think the worst song by Bros is "Drop the Boy." Was a big. I think it was a breakthrough hit back in 1987-88. Some kind of a sleazy, funky production is very, very bad. Some kind of a disco funk of the 80s style that really, really is horrible, and the melody is worthless, and of course the singing. So I have a hard time listening to "Drop the Boy" by Bros.
Number 9.
Number 9 is a song from the 90s, as many here are from the 90s, as you then would have guessed. And it is a song that was popular back in 1991, made by a trio consisting two brothers. I think their name was Fairbrass, that had shaved head and some macho style and big muscles, and I think you guessed by now that I'm talking about Right Said Fred, a band that I've never been able to like, because they so stupid, and then you know what to say, that you never get a second chance to make a first good impression. Certainly goes right here, because the first song that they released was a song called I'm Too Sexy, and I hated that song from the very start because it was so stupid. And here you have poetry. This might be one of the most stupidest lyrics that I ever heard. I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan. Jesus Christ. What horrible lyrics. And sleazy production. Ugh. Sleazy disco kind of a production. I really hate this song. And it didn't get any better then afterwards either, with Don't Talk, Just Kiss and Deeply Dip, but I didn't hate it also. So, but I think I'm Too Sexy definitely is the worst one of them all.
Number 8.
Coming to another song from the 80s, kind of a hard rock ballads that I have hard time. It's kind of all sing together, join hands, wiggle with your hands up in the air, singing together, that I have hard time listening to. And in this case, it is a band that it's annoying singers. I've never been a huge fan of this band, with the exception from Run Run Away that I like. So you guessed that I'm talking about Slade. I'm talking about My Oh My, that I think is very, very boring, and as I said, all join hands singing with the hands in the air. I always hated this song from the very beginning. I heard it the first time when I was young until today, so I've never been able to stand Slade with My Oh My.
Number 7.
Number 7, the only song from that are newer than the OOs. And as I said, I could have picked many songs. If I would have given the OOs and newer a chance, I'm pretty sure that it would be a lot more from from these decades. But since I don't listen to it, it's hard for me to take anything. But there's one song that I definitely always been allergic to, and that is Rihanna's Umbrella. I think it is that very annoying, repeatedly refrain. Umbrella, la, la, under my umbrella, la, la. I think, and some kind of a boring hip-hop production that definitely is totally uninteresting. Totally boring refrain. The melody is horrible, and not to mention the production. I think it says that I've never been a fan of Rihanna, and I can't say any song by her that I like, but I think Umbrella is the one I hate the most.
Number 6.
And here we're talking also about poetry and the lyrics that we're not talking about Nobel Prize winning lyrics here. Carl Douglas, Kung Fu Fighting. I heard it the first time when it was remade by the group Bus Stop in 1998 as a summer hit. I think one of the most stupid gimmicks for a song. There's always been that kind of a songs that have a certain gimmick, trying to be get stuck in your head with a certain gimmick, a refrain that you can't get out of your head, and so on. Sometimes it may work, but in this case it was just plain stupid. And listen to this fantastic lyric. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks was fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. Fantastic lyrics. It's like they have been trying to squeeze out every word they can find of that ends with an ing, just so they can get a perfect rhyme for the lyrics. And it's very sleazy disco that is totally stupid. The entire song is so stupid that I can't stand listening to that song, actually.
Number 5.
I said that Rihanna was the only from the OOs and forward, but this one actually also is. Tend to forget that because it's Swedish, but this one also is a newer one, and it's a Swedish song. This one artist that I never understood the greatness of. I'm talking about Håkan Hellström, Swedish pop musician with very much go happy songs in Swedish, go happy pop melodies in Swedish, and sometimes he performs in seaman outfit like Donald Duck, and he has a voice that is so terrible. Many likes him because his melodies and so on. I always hated Håkan Hellström and said that he wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for the Swedish media. But his voice, I couldn't pick any Håkan Hellström song, but I'm picking a song called Kom igen Lena, where he's singing Kom igen Lena. My ears is falling off when I'm listening to that kind of a yelling, totally horrible. So I could have picked any Håkan Hellström song. Sorry all Håkan Hellström fans, but I can't stand him. Many in the media says he sings sensitive. He's sensitive in singing, but my ears are also sensitive, so sorry.
Number 4.
Number 4 is suitable since the band starts with a 4. 4 Non-Blondes, What's Up? Also another song that is very popular among many, but that I can't stand. I never could. When it came during the summer '93, it was a huge summer hit. I never could stand hearing Linda Perry's voice when she sang What's Up. I almost thought it was some kind of a very light version of Janis Joplin from the beginning, but I think it's a very boring melody, and a lot of these places goes to artists that I can't stand the voices, because the voice might be a very important instrument, and there are a lot of those who wants to make a career of having a special voice, not necessarily a good one, and sometimes it becomes too special, and I think For Non-Blondes is that case. She has a special voice, but too special that it's almost horrible for me to listen to. And What's Up, a completely boring melody in my opinion.
Number 3.
And here I think we come to a divide of musical taste. There was one song that came in late '94 and was a hit here in Sweden. I think it even was the number 1 song of the year in Swedish tracks chart that year. And I never understood why, because to me it's just a roaring rock melody that goes on forever, and I never could stand the singer either of Offspring. I had a hard time picking here because I could have picked Pretty Fly for a White Guy, another song that I don't like, but I think this one is even worse because Pretty Fly at least has melody. This one is Self-Esteem, and a song that where besides from his very annoying voice, in my opinion, and I think it's just a rock production that goes on forever with no content, no real melody, just a screaming and a roaring of a rock melody. I hard time listening to that. I want a clear melody, and I think it's lacking of that here. So sorry, many of you rock fans from the rock from the 90s love Self-Esteem but Offspring, but I can't stand it.
Number 2.
Number 2, also another one that might be divide some people here. It's called one of the most important songs that revolutionized the rock music. But when it became a hit here in Sweden, and everybody was listening to it, I thought to myself, what the hell is this? But hey, I'm a jazz, synth, and soul funk guy. So I always hated Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. First of all, Kurt Cobain, always have a hard time with them, many times, with exception from the refrains as oh, when he sings the verses, it sounds almost sometimes like he falls asleep. And once again, this rock music that roars and goes on forever, and I think Weird Al Yankovic pretty much explains it in his "Smells Like Nirvana" parody. But always a hate song for me is "Smells Like Teen Spirit." Otherwise, sees it as a classic. I never understood its greatness.
And finally, number 1.
And finally, number 1, to a song that I hated from the very moment that it was released. And it is Cranberries with Zombies. And most of all, it has to do with Dolores O'Riordan. Now, Cranberries has actually done a great album. I like Bury the Hatchet album from '99 because there Dolores O'Riordan sings less bad. She sings better. And it actually is great melodies. I like Linger is a good song also. But pretty much in her career, I can't stand her. I think she sings so false. And especially Zombie. I know the Zombies, lyrics of the Zombies is very important. I know the background of the lyrics. But I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. I have a hard time enjoying a song just for the lyrics when I can't stand listening to the production and the singing. And hearing her yelling and moaning in the end is too much for me. My ears is totally destroyed when I'm listening to that. I think it's hilariously bad listening to that. Sorry. Cranberries with Zombies have always been my biggest hate song. A song that I never could stand and that I makes me go ooh when I'm hearing it. So sorry, all Cranberries fans. But that's just opinions. That's my opinions. And this is not meant to be a thread officially, but if some of you also have songs that you dislike, hit songs that is, songs that were huge hit but that you don't really like and that you feel like you want to talk about or something like that, please feel free to either address that in the comments or make a video yourself about it, and would be fun to see your biggest hate songs about of these that were big hits on the hit charts but that you could never stand. So Torbjörn, I hope that you are satisfied with my chart, with my answer, I hope that you and everybody else have a really nice time and beginning of week and everything. And take care, everyone, and so long.